Friday. I'm your favorite sports analyst, Jamar McHale, my favorite co-host,
James Gerwin.
And this morning, y'all finna get started with J&J Sports, episode 76. James, how you feeling, man?
Feel wonderful.
You know, we wore the sunglasses for y'all, Men in Black vibes today. Yeah, man, how you feeling?
I feel fantastic. Ready to get into some good topics, and we got some excellent stuff for y'all today.
Most definitely got some good stuff, man. Some good topics, man. We're going to dive right into it. Let's get right into it, man. First up, NFL football. You already know I like to start with some good football season. So, on ESPN, the top quarterback list of the season has been released. Now, we all know it's kind of early season, but these quarterbacks have kind of been showing us, they've been showing out. So, the list shows which quarterbacks have been the most effective and the most electrifying since the season started, James. So, before we get into the list, how important is this list to you and why?
I think that this list is important. Just looking at the top 10 talent in the season, and it's important because people who maybe aren't as familiar with the NFL can go and take a look at the list, and
Right.
they can make their own decisions from there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This list is very important. Like I said, it's just something that just needed to be put out. You know what I mean? Something that needs to be put out. Something that we've been waiting for because there's been a lot of new quarterbacks added, like McDaniels. A lot of these new, guys been added. And, I got my kind of personal list, but we're gonna get into it, man. Let's kind of look at this list that they had for top 10. We're gonna do the top 10. It was longer, but we're gonna do the top 10. So first up, they had Joe Burrow. After that, they had Lamar Jackson. After that, they had Patrick Mahomes. And then after that, Josh Allen. And then fifth would be Dak Prescott, Jalen Hurts, Jared Goff, Brock Purdy, Justin Herbert, and Jordan Love as the 10th. Do you agree with this list, man? And if not, who is missing and should be replaced? Just based off like this season.
I definitely agree with this list in general. I think who they're missing though is Matthew Stafford. I think he maybe gets an honorable mention on this list.
Yeah.
And maybe is enough to knock Brock Purdy off. Now, Brock Purdy, he's had so much success, especially going from a rookie to his next season.
Yes.
But I don't know. I definitely think Matthew Stafford should have been put on the list.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, James. This list kind of give me vibes of last year, man, because I don't feel like it's all the way accurate. If we just base it off the season, who's been elite, man, I would have to give it to Derek Carr, man. And he had a rough start kind of transferring it to the Saints team and kind of adapting. I'm not expecting him to be a Drew Brees, but like I said, he's just trying to. I like the fact that he's trying to be his best. So I'm gonna have to give it to him.
I agree. I think that's definitely a quarterback who needs to be on this list.
Kind of, yeah.
Especially from his first 2 games of the season, the points that they've been putting up,
man,
it's
insane. That's why I hope he just proved everybody wrong. And also, man, C.J. Stroud. I mean, if we kind of just look at him, I know he's a rookie, but he's still, James, he's showing promise, even this season. Like,
did you see what happened, the interaction between him and Caleb Williams?
Yeah, that's been going viral, yes.
Do you think that he was trying to, little bro him there, or was it more of just trying to give good advice?
I think more so advice, because like I said, I think Stroud gives the vibes of humble, you know what I mean? I don't think he was trying to, you know what I mean?
Trying to get into his head or trying to,
right, and he's a rookie himself, so, I mean, they really could help each other, if we're being honest. Like I said, I wasn't expecting Caleb Williams to be just top tier. That's not how it usually works. For Stroud, I wasn't even expecting him, but the fact that he showed us why he deserves to be in the NFL, I got to give him his flowers.
For what he did last season and what he's already done this season, he needs to be on that list. I agree.
Absolutely. Yeah. Both quarterbacks have shown major improvements since last season. I pray, he keep it this way as far as Carr, man. And I would have to replace Jordan Love. Not the fact that I don't like him. It's just the fact that, he got hurt. It's a lot that we got to kind of see from him still. Now, that season he had last season, amazing. But, yeah, I would have to take him out for right now. And have you been keeping up with Aaron Rodgers, man?
I have, yeah. I tuned in a little bit to that Thursday night football.
Yeah,
Between...
same. And like I said, this is the Aaron that I like to see. You know what I mean? And I know it's against the Patriots, but if he could do this with an elite team.
Well, and their division rivals, the Jets and Patriots.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's a pretty big win for the Jets in general.
Yeah.
And we were talking about this recently, and we want to see some highlights from him. We want to see the old Aaron Rodgers.
Absolutely. I'm glad he's kind of getting back to his old self. Now, a viral interaction with him and the coach kind of took place. The coach was kind of trying to give Aaron like a hug or something, and he kind of showed him. Did you see that?
No, I had missed that.
Yeah, and he said in the comments he's not a hugger, something like that, like the coach or whatever. But I don't think it was anything crazy.
So Rodgers told the coach that he wasn't a hugger?
Or no, they told Aaron Rodgers, basically he was talking about Aaron Rodgers like he's not really a hugger because when he tried to hug him, he
okay,
tried to keep him up. Yeah,
coach.
Rodgers didn't want it. Yeah. So I don't know. Y'all let us.
I could see Robert Saleh being like that a little bit. Maybe
yeah,
he just is not big on physical contact.
Right. Yeah, it's all good. I don't think it's anything serious, but we'll keep you guys updated on that for sure. But everything else, I would have to accept it. Like I said, and you already know how I feel about Lamar Jackson, man. Definitely, he deserves that. So, yeah. Other than that, the list is great to me. Before we get into our last one though, man, we gotta get into this play, James. Before I get into our last question, man, I wanted to kind of cover this ridiculous game in the play for the week. Did you see the Chiefs versus the Bengals game?
I saw those highlights, and that was.
Oh yeah, it was a really good game, James. The fact that the play that really stood out, man, they got an opportunity to kick the field goal for the win. Because it was an interference play. Now, James, I want to play this clip real quick, and just let me know your opinions. Was it an interference to you? I think it's ridiculous. You know what I mean? But I kind of get it. The refs, you know what I mean? And kind of watch Travis Kelce, too, in the back. So, y'all check this out. Let's see. Right? So, it was a late call, too. You kind of notice how Kelce... And then he
flag comes in.
It's kind of weird activity. Okay. Like I see where his hand kind of, but I don't think that was intentional.
It almost looks like his right hand hits the ball, and if his hand touches the ball before his body hits him, I think that's a clean play.
Right.
But the one thing that I saw there though was the body bump.
Yeah,
and that was before the ball was delivered.
Yeah, I noticed how his hand kind of hit the back of the helmet, but I feel like he was just trying to get up. You know what I mean? Trying to block it. But I would have been okay if Travis Kelce didn't kind of point and they did it. I feel like if they was just right on it, then I would have felt more bad. But it kind of seems that way.
It was like a reaction to Kelce reacting.
You know what I mean? So.
Well, and this happens often, especially with high-profile players. I mean, we've seen it with Aaron Rodgers time and again. I used to see it with Tom Brady. Yeah,
absolutely.
All the time, just looking to the refs like, oh, please, and it's...
Oh, they were best friends. They're best friends for sure. Because they already know they're a star player, a big, so they're going to kind of get their way a little bit, but...
They don't want, after the game, the star player to be talking about the refs officiating being a little iffy. I think,
right. That's why I said, NFL has really changed from back in the day, James, because it's so much you could have got away with back in the day, James. Like that's nothing compared to how they used to play. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, y'all let us know how y'all feel, if that's an interference or not. To me, no, I don't think so. But before we get into our next one, man, and the sports news of the day, man. So, out of this current QB list that we kind of cover, who would you like to see succeed the most and why?
Well, for selfish fandom reasons, I would definitely say Dak Prescott, because I'd love to see them get a 6th Super Bowl there in Dallas. Although I kind of want to see Jared Goff go to another Super Bowl and maybe, bring the Lions to their first Super Bowl. That would definitely be interesting.
Man, and I know it's not gonna be easy for him because it's a lot he has to face. But he shows promise. I like the fact that regardless, him and his team fight all the way through. But for me, I'm gonna have to say Lamar Jackson, and not even just because of last season. It is just I feel like he's one of those players that deserves to get there. I feel like that's what make his career like just top tier. If he could get at least one ring with that Ravens team, especially we kind of look back at his journey, man. Been a hard time getting a contract extension. They didn't want to give it to him for the longest. Uh, MVP back to back. This is a lot, man. Like I said, we'll just have to see. Right now they're kind of 0-2, but they still got time. Definitely. But y'all let us know how y'all feel about that. Another person I would like to see, of course, my Saints and Derek Carr. Like I said, he's showing out right now. He's playing like I don't know if he played like this with the Raiders, but he's been playing. Man. I'm not even gonna lie. But we'll keep you guys updated on that. We're gonna get into our sports news of the day and / Netflix receivers episode 4. So first up, sports news of the day. Travis Hunter has been a two-way superstar for the Colorado Buffaloes with this season. Can you see him being NFL draft for next year?
Oh, for sure, yeah. And it's that whole two-way sensation that is really going to bring him value for all these teams.
Yeah.
And you just have to wonder where they're going to put him or if they'll let him play at both positions.
See, now that's the thing. I don't know if they are. But I feel like either one he could play though. You know what I mean? But I'm pretty sure he might just stay at receiver though. Just for now, if it is like you can only choose one. But no, the dude shows promise though. I'm not gonna lie, James. He's really nice. And the fact that you can play two positions, yeah, you're nice for sure. But we'll keep you guys updated on him and how they're doing. They're doing pretty good this season. Now let's get into
J&J Sports, coming to y'all with more in 2024.